set the bond at $100 for you, okay?
And you have no problem, Your Honor, him doing a walkthrough?
No, of course not. So the only thing I will tell you is that when you do the walkthrough, when you post the bond, you will get a 7-day setting, okay? Just get in contact with Victoria, our coordinator. That way you don't have to come back in 7 days. You can just email and get a different date. That way you don't have to come back. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with it's Mr. Norman, right?
Yes.
You must stay in touch with Mr. Norman. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court.
Yes, Your Honor.
He comes back and tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you've gone AWOL. I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
Don't pick up any new cases. Don't violate these bond conditions. Stay in contact with your lawyer. Good things will happen. Do you have any questions? Does he speak English?
Yes.
Great.
Actually,
He's what?
he's a law enforcement officer.
Oh, he's a law enforcement officer. Oh, that's why. Okay. You're in public integrity?
Civil rights, I mean.
Civil rights? Got it. Okay. Yeah, we're usually, it's also, what, the other guy? I forget what his name is. All right. Are you Can Goktin?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Goktin, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state detective. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
So this occurred back on May 4th of 2022, Your Honor. Detention officer Jallo Ngakin physically struggled with an inmate named Fobbs because he refused to stay in his cell after his day room time had expired. Detention officer Jallo's black watch fell off his wrist during the struggle. At that time, inmate Fobbs picked up the watch and as the detention officers walked out of the cell and hid it in his pants. Officer Jallo Ngakin returned, entered, and searched the cell. At that point in time, Officer Jallo leg swept inmate Fobbs to the ground and then punched him in the face and torso several times and tried to hold his legs down. Officer Gotkin then punched inmate Fobbs approximately 20 times in the head and torso area.
Many times.
And then grabbed him by the hair, kneed him in the torso several times, and punched him approximately 13 more times. And they both hit him in the torso twice, and then they both exited the cell.
How bad injuries are we talking here?
This is actually a coworker's of mine. She's just out. I remember correctly when I looked at it, I don't think they were severe injuries, obviously, general physical injuries, but nothing super severe.
There, Your Honor, if I may.
Please.
From what I understand, he was taken to the hospital, the infirmary there, and not being released. There were no injuries. So
20 times to the head is...
That's the first I'm hearing that in report. I have to dig into it. Your Honor, we're asking for a low bond. He is going to appear in court and fight this case. He's law enforcement. If this case, where
were you, so was this at the Harris County Sheriff's Office or?
This occurred at the Harris County Sheriff's Office. He had since in that time frame had gone and had moved over to Precinct 5 as a deputy.
Okay.
And has been working there for over a year and a half, almost 2 years now, as a deputy, doing a good job, fine job and everything like that. So this is kind of.
So I see that there's a prior one that was disposed of 3 days ago.
So
What does that mean?
for some reason, whenever we take in, even though we bring it in and present it to the grand jury as a misdemeanor, because it involves an officer, I think the clerk's office just automatically puts it in a felony court to determine whether, because official oppression is weird, even though it's a misdemeanor, it's handled up in felony. So then it just has to go through the song and dance of coming back down and assigned to a misdemeanor court.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there was no prior assault because it, kind of appears that way. So I don't know, this might be a problem because on all assaults that I do, I almost always order no weapons. It's going to be a problem because he's an officer. How are we going to do this?
I would ask that he at least be allowed to keep his duty weapon.
What do you think, counsel? Because I'm in 100%, 99% of cases, I think one time ever when I've had an assault, I've let someone have a weapon.
So generally, and I know Josh has been doing this longer than I have, generally I understand when an officer, no matter what department it is, when they get indicted, they're generally put on relief of duty status, which obviously means that they could be called in for an emergency, but are generally sitting at home. And I've dealt with this issue once prior. I personally don't have an issue as long as he's at home. He can have his weapon, but if he were to leave the home, I don't think he should have the weapon, if that makes sense. Which I know.
But what I'm saying is for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I said no weapons, just no weapons at all. But so are you on administrative duty now? Are you at home?
I'm at
Are
home,
you
sir.
on the field working?
I'm at home, sir.
So they've told you that you're on a paid administrative leave, or how is it?
So since the constable's office is not protected by civil service, I had to resign.
Oh, you had to resign.
Yes, sir.
That sucks.
So
I'm
right now,
sorry.
I don't have a job. I don't have anything.
Okay. I'm going to order no weapons for the time being. If something were to change in the interim, come back, we can talk. I'm also going to order you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, but I don't think that that's going to be an issue now. If something were to change, you get a different type of job, something changes, come back, we can always talk. The only other bond conditions I will put are just don't get in any more trouble. That's it.
And Your Honor, we're asking for $100 bond so he can do a walkthrough rather than a PR. I know he might be PR bond eligible, but
Do you not want a PR bond?
no, we have a bondsman already set up so that he can go over there and do a quick walkthrough process.
However you want. I'll give you a PR bond if you want one. I'll set the bond at $100 for you, okay?
And you have no problem, Your Honor, him doing a walkthrough?
No, of course not. So the only thing I will tell you is that when you do the walkthrough, when you post the bond, you will get a 7-day setting, okay? Just get in contact with Victoria, our coordinator. That way you don't have to come back in 7 days. You can just email and get a different date. That way you don't have to come back. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with it's Mr. Normand, right?
Yes.
You must stay in touch with Mr. Normand. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court.
Yes, Your Honor.
He comes back and tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you've gone AWOL. I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
Don't pick up any new cases. Don't violate these bond conditions. Stay in contact with your lawyer. Good things will happen. Do you have any questions? Okay. Do you mind filing those? Just no contact and no weapons, and then, yeah, and then,
Judge,
okay.
has Hope given you everything yet?
No.
Okay, she's just homesick today. She's pregnant, so I'll get with her, and if worse comes to worse, I'll get it together for you. So
Yeah,
we'll get
no
over to you
problem. I
soon.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you, Your
guys.
Honor.
Thanks. Take care. Yeah, he needs to stay so we can get the reset and get him to sign the bond conditions, and after that, we'll allow you to go with you. Okay?
I'll see it in the jury
Yeah.
box, so when they call you up with bond conditions, then you'll be able to go.
Okay.
Jason Johnson.
He's wanted for 4 charges of forgery. I'm not opposed to a bond. I'm opposed to a low bond because his history is older, which counsel pointed out. It was more than 15 years ago. But it was a federal conviction where he was sentenced to 60 months for possession with intent for cocaine. And he also has what's another thing? No, it wasn't that. He also has a domestic in his history along with the kidnapping. So like I said, I'm not opposed to a bond because just the sheer age of the older convictions, but I'm just opposed to a low one.
So, next question.
I would ask for a $6,000 bond, Judge.
I believe he wanted a $2,000 bond. He's got a girlfriend here, a kid in Louisiana. He goes back and forth. He's reliable in terms of transportation. He says this case was just filed March 21st, so he had no idea about it. It's to be.
Okay. Jason. Stephen, can you bring out, please, Jason Johnson, please?
Oh yeah, and I was gonna ask what assurances he was gonna give, because I was, because I didn't know what assurances he was gonna return.
Sorry, I forgot. Yes, his
I forgot
girlfriend here and family there, or daughter there. So he's got a car and he drives.
Gotcha.
Mr. Johnson,
50.
how's jail? How's jail?
Not good.
You know why you're here, right?
Well, I'm kind of confused on some of the details they didn't explain to me.
So you're wanted out of Louisiana for 4 charges of forgery. So anytime you take flight and you're wanted from another state, you get arrested, you come here to court 5. So you're now being held at no bond. And the good news is that because we have so many people from Louisiana, we've got buses coming in and out of Louisiana, every 2 days, every 3-4 days, people come shuffling back. So I don't know how much money you have, but we could get you back to Louisiana quick versus you bonding out, because if you bond out now, that's money you're going to have to pony up, and you're going to have to probably pony up 90 to 100% because you are a fugitive. You are an inherent flight risk. The problem is, though, is that money that you're spending now could be used to hire you a lawyer in Louisiana instead, when if you were to waive, you'd be back home regardless in 2 days anyways. So the state, you asking me for a bond, the state is asking for, you said what, 6,000, right? And due to the fact that you have 4, felony, forgery charges, which is serious, and due to your priors as well, where, did you say it was in federal probation or? Being, even though it was way back when, it still factors into us because we need to know, if I set you a bond, are you going to go back? Everybody tells me yes. Everybody says it's like little bunnies jumping in the woods. But the reality is that not many people who we give bonds actually go.
Well, in my case, I own my own business, and also, I live here and also in Houston, so I'm actually back and forth, to my son and family and everything.
What do you do for?
I own a fitness company. For the trainer fitness company, I'm a well-established businessman, and that's why I was kind of confused about the charges because they say it was on the 21st when they actually, the warrant was submitted, but I didn't receive anything, and I'm back and forth.
We're not gonna, you want them to call you and tell you everything? No, they file the charges. They're not gonna apprise you of everything.
And, actually, I was, I think when I got arrested, I was going on a trip for one of my friend's birthday, and that's how I actually found out.
So what kind of bond would you make? Around 6,000-ish. Do you think you could make?
I could make that bond.
Well, keep in mind, they're gonna have to do 90% to 100%. It's not the 10%, right?
Okay.
Because it's a fugitive, so I want you to think about that.
All right, so I have to pay how much?
Let's assume you have to
I
pay
would assume everything because you're, a fugitive.
6,000.
whatever bond we set, assume you're gonna pay, your family's gonna pay.
What can you make?
I guess 5,000.
Understand that you will never get another chance from us here.
Okay.
We give you 2 weeks from the date of your release
Okay.
to get to Louisiana and turn yourself in.
Okay.
If you do not do that, I'm telling you now, it will never happen again. And this time, if you don't make it up, I will revoke this bond, set it at 0. And I'm going to get you because you can't run forever. And this time I will physically hold you until Louisiana comes and gets you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
The only other thing I want you to understand is that if you were to waive today, you will be probably back to Louisiana within 2 to 3 days without having to shell out $5,000. So
But that's fine. I'll pay.
if you wanted to pay it, that's fine. But,
I'll go back into, because that'll give me enough time to take care of all my business and find exactly what's going on.
want me to set the bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll do a waiver for all judge.
Done. All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Johnson.
This is one of those moments where reality hits harder than anything else. What started as a robbery turned into pure terror, and the judge made it clear she wasn't overlooking that. Imagine just going to work like any normal day, and suddenly you're being dragged, threatened, and staring down the barrel of a gun. That's not just theft. That's psychological damage that sticks for life. And what made it worse? The behavior didn't stop, even behind bars. Fighting in jail, breaking rules again, it showed a pattern, not a mistake. The judge wasn't just sentencing a crime. She was responding to a mindset. When she said enough is enough, you could feel the shift in the courtroom. And then came the number that changed everything. 25 years. In that moment, it wasn't just a sentence. It was a reality check.